Good morning. Isn't it a wonderful privilege serving a living and loving God? Thank you for that. I want to say I know what you're all thinking. Well, except Cyclone fans. You're thinking, that's a great shirt. I wish I had one, right? I mean, aren't you? Come on. And don't lie to me. I can see it in your heart. Before I start, I want to give kind of a public health warning. I've seen a couple words here lately. You're going to see them a lot more in the future. Beware pumpkin spice. I've seen that a lot. I am a member of the task force to raise some money for the church. It started for us in Florida. Joyce and I are privileged enough to spend January and February in Florida. We were in our truck going to our favorite biking trail, Pensacola Beach Bike Trail. And Joyce said to me, "Oh, by the way, I got an email from Pastor. He wants you to join the task force about the church and paying off the bills." And I got to admit, my first thought was, oh, I wish he wouldn't do that. And then my wife said, "And I think you should do it." So I said yes, and I joined the task force and with three wonderful people, Cindy Engler, Kent Noska, and thank you, thank you. Anyway, again, Joyce proved that she was smarter than me. It was a wonderful experience. Let me give you just a few figures that we have here. We wanted to raise $200,000. Now, the reason we wanted to raise it is we are paying our bills just fine. But we have a balloon payment coming due in March of 2014. And I'll tell you, if we bring our current debt in that new loan, this congregation is going to have some uncomfortable choices to make, because we are paying our bills, but we have cut our annual budget down a lot. We have cut all the fat out, and I think a little bit of the muscle, because we aren't doing what we think God wants us to do. So this new campaign will do that. Right now, how much have we raised, Pastor? Do you know?
$122,800. You can check your progress on the tree that is just outside the door here.
$122,800. So we set an initial amount of we wanted to raise. We had actually two phases: a public phase and a quiet phase. We're done with the quiet phase, and what that was where we approached individually the biggest givers in the congregation and informed them and asked them to give. So that phase is over. All the money we have so far has come from the quiet phase. This is the public phase where we bring it to the congregation and we ask them to bring us the rest of the way. We thought that if we got to 40 to 60%, we would be fine. Actually, we're at about 62, 63%.
Yep, when we started the campaign last week, we were at 61% from the quiet phase.
So we are doing great. We are doing great. And, I think we're going to get there, but we need your help. So I have been a Lutheran for almost 50 years now. I started out a Baptist, and I love the services. I love the ecumenical service, the service that we do, and I know that I love the liturgical service. Excuse me, but I know that we sing that song that this is not the church, that we are the church, because we're God's children and we go out in the world and serve Him by helping others. But still, this building has a pretty big impact on who we are in our walk with Christ, and we need to protect it. So, like I said, I love every part of the building. I love the baptismal font where we bring new Christians into Christ, and also where I dip my finger and I live wet. I cross my head. Put the cross on my forehead to remember my baptism. And I love that part over there where members of the congregation share their talents, both vocally and, like this morning, instrumentally. I love that part over there. You know where that is? That's where we put the candles on All Saints Sunday, and I remember my mother and the impact she had on my life. So, you know, we need to really protect the building, and we need to bring it the rest of the way. So what we're doing, we have these things here that tell you all about the giving to serve. That's what we've called it, the giving to serve. And also this, your commitments cards. What we're going to do is we're going to take all the money that we've earned, and we've already paid off 60 or 80,000. And immediately at the end of each month, as it comes in this month, or as it comes in the campaign, pay off the bill. So we're going to get that down. And what you need to do is take a card like this, take this afterwards, go home, talk about it, and pray. I'll tell you what Joyce and I did. We heard the amount, we talked about it, we prayed about it, and we came together with an amount that, quite frankly, we felt a little bit uncomfortable with. We didn't know if we could do that. So we decided to go ahead with that. We decided to give sacrificially to this campaign because we heard God's voice. You know, that thing that you hear inside, that you feel inside your soul, or you feel inside your heart, or you hear inside your head, I think that's God's voice. And when we hear that voice, that's God's invitation to trust him. God's just saying, trust me, I'll bring you this way. So please go home, think about it, pray about it, and then come back and let's get over the top. We've set the goal of 200,000, but you know, we thought that if we're 40 to 60% of the way, we'd get there. We're over 60%. So let's set a new goal of 250,000 and really pay off quite a lot. Because once we pay off that amount and get into the new loan, we will actually not be able to only pay what we owe, but we'll also have enough money extra to do some more work in God's fields out there around us and the surrounding areas. So please carry us through and help us, and thank you so much.